why rough and get stuck? Why nut? It's a must. Why nut? If you butt, why? I need cookouts on August 5th for the rest of our lives. Mark your calendars. I need kids in the unhoused getting free haircuts. I need step competitions and J-set battles in a neighborhood near you. They wanted to put white people on the Juneteenth flyers? Cool. Because this one's for the niggas. Strictly for the niggas. This one's for the niggas. What? The real niggas. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. Them shirtless boys? Skip to their loo. Aquaman said I will cross the ocean for you. Woo! And calling that boy Scuba Gooding Jr. is nuts, and somebody need to tear your ass up. I personally favor calling it the Battle of Montgomery, and let me tell you why. Number one, let's talk about the dock that man worked on. Emphasis on worked. That black man labored for a commercial company derived from the ancestral grounds where black people were commercially traded on the Alabama River. The staff on that steamboat labored on a vessel that literally carried enslaved people and dropped them off at said dock to be sold and separated from their families. Oh, but the violence! What Chris Tucker say? I don't give a fuck. Look here, let me tell you something. We are elated. We are ecstatic about this footage. And contrary to popular belief that black people are inherently violent, so we would just want to see other black people be violent, no, we're happy because we got to see other black people be free. Glory. Black people free to defend themselves, free to meet every action with an equal and opposite reaction, free to come to the defense of one another, free to express their rage. It is as much cathartic as it is revolutionary. I could literally cry. And for them to do it so freely without the threat of dying is soul-stirring. It ignites the joy down in my heart. Nonviolence was the most effective option in the mid-1900s because hanging was a sport. It was a pastime, period. And the judge, the jury, the executioner, and the police took part in the hunt. Nonviolence has functioned as a barometer for propriety and decorum for so long that many of y'all have confused what was once a strategy for intentional passiveness. When ain't nothing about us ever been meek, white people have actively tried to convince you that violence does not get you anywhere, all the while using violence to get them everywhere since 1492 because they dread the day you choose to wield violence against them. Talk to them. Now, with that said, everybody telling y'all to go around cracking heads, because let's not act like y'all wasn't lucky that nobody had no guns out there. And back to you, because I understand that you've been waiting on this moment all your life. But the fight could have gone longer if you did not whack-a-mole that lady. The gender ratio was doing perfectly fine until you went in on the overkill. Which brings me to my favorite part of the whole video. I don't want to ever hear y'all talk about black women don't support black men ever again. Because not only did my sisters get a few minks on them white boys, but they kindly peeled every single white woman off of y'all and took the miscreants to task so y'all didn't have to put your hands on no ladies. And here's the thing, if you missed it, the reason why so many people flocked to the hat signal, why old boy crossed the ocean for us, was not just so they could get a few licks in on this gloriously historic day. It was because if nobody jumped in, those 4 white men would have killed that security guard and or severely hospitalized that man, leaving his life and the people in his life severely impacted. And this is what we mean when we say Black Lives Matter. The entitlement of white people has been so pervasive that black Americans have had to choose to play small. They have had to choose to turn the other cheek, have had to choose to reverse the natural flow of outrage for survival, storing it in the pits of their stomachs, compartmentalizing in the most fragile parts of their brains, so when it does leak out, it usually never makes it to the people, the channels, the institutions that deserve their rage, but hits oh so wrongly on the people that surround them. And even then, choosing to play small doesn't always save them. Now, I know this event will do nothing but embolden the good old boys in the small towns around the lynching sites with Jason Aldean that would have wanted to kill us anyway, but hopefully, it'll knock some sense into the Karens and Kevins that never really wanted to smoke in the first place. Because what Stokely Carmichael say? All the scared niggas are dead. I'm supposed to be on vacation, damn it. Call it, let's go.